Married at First Sight was on last night. We made it to the honeymoons, and one of the couples consummated their marriage. It was awesome. Let's jump right into the recap on what happened last night. We got to start off with Katie and Derek. And if you couldn't already guess it, they were the one couple, there might be one other one, but they were the main couple that came out and said, we consummated their marriage. I think it was like Katie's birthday, or her birthday was the day before. They started kind of, Derek planned a really romantic date. It was cute. One thing led to another. They are married, and what do you think happened? I like this couple. They had a great episode. If anything, I feel like everything's just going a little too well for them because everything's been going smooth. I'm curious to see what's going to happen when they have like an argument. But in the honeymoon episode so far with Katie and Derek, smooth sailing. It looks like they're doing really well. My only concern I really have with this couple is I don't know if Katie actually likes Derek for who he is, or if she just likes him because he does a crap ton of stuff for her. Either way, in the last episode, they're doing well. They consummated their marriage, and I think they're moving in the right direction. Brandon and Taylor, and oh my god, I'm gonna say it, Brandon is crazy. If you missed last night's episode, the whole time Brandon was just pissed. He was in a horrible mood and no one knew why. He wasn't talking to Taylor. He wasn't telling her what was wrong with him. And then finally at the end of the episode, he said that she did something that gave him a ton of anxiety. I am not buying it. I'm sorry. I even get anxiety, so I can relate to where he's coming from if it was true, but I don't buy it. No way. Something is just wrong with this guy. He was being a jerk for no good reason. Maybe there was more going on behind the camera, but from what I could see, this guy just has an attitude problem. We already know that they don't make it in the end. We're like 99% sure that they end up getting a divorce. I'm going to blame a lot of it on Brandon because in the last episode, he had no communication, he wasn't talking, he wasn't opening up, he wasn't saying what was going on. He was literally just ignoring her for like 90% of the episode, and that right there is immature, it's stupid, and that's pretty much what happened the whole time with Brandon and Taylor. Towards the end of the episode, they kind of made up. It was still a little awkward, but they were acting like they were going to kind of try to move past it and whatever. And then Austin and Jessica, they are the home run couple. I'm almost certain they're going to make it. In the last episode, they went on a couples massage. They went to a little zoo. They're joking around. They're having a good time. I think they're going to have some disagreements, a couple arguments, but all in all, they're both mature. They're both just normal. They're both level-headed. They'll probably be able to make it up and just make it work. They might have possibly consummated their marriage too. People were asking them, which is super nosy, but people were asking them, and they weren't saying no and they weren't saying yes. So I could have seen that going either way, but Austin and Jessica in the last episode, they're doing great, and they are my #1 home run couple. Zach and Mindy had a bizarre episode. I'm just not seeing it with these two. Basically, Mindy, she's a great girl. From what we can see on camera, she's been opening up. She's been telling it how it is, kind of. And Zach seems to kind of be like a smooth-talking sales-type guy that just talks in circles and circles and circles, and it never goes anywhere. You can't ever figure out what the hell this guy's saying. And in the last episode, Zach made comments on his attraction to Mindy. I just couldn't even figure out what he was talking about, though. He basically said that he wasn't attracted to Mindy, I think, but even Mindy said it. No one has any idea what Zach's saying because he just basically just talks in circles about stuff that is totally irrelevant, and you have no idea what he's even trying to say. If I was Mindy, I would be pissed and I would pin Zach down and say, listen, we're going to talk and you're going to stop talking in circles or we're done because this is just so ridiculous. Zach made some backhanded comments about his attraction to her, but he would make a comment, then he would talk in circles, then you would have no idea what he was even really trying to say. But towards the end of the episode, it looked like Zach and Mindy were getting a little closer. Maybe there was more of a spark there for Zach. I just don't know. I think Mindy is a good girl. I think she means well. She has a very good attitude. And I think they have a shot. We have heard rumors both ways that they've gotten a divorce, that they stayed together. And last but not least is Mika and Michael, and they were a train wreck. They have pretty much been a train wreck after the first couple episodes. Horrible couple. They aren't even sleeping in the same hotel room. They were barely talking. And I've heard a ton of rumors that they end up getting a divorce and an annulment, and I believe it from these first couple episodes because, according to Mika, Michael's been making a lot of comments off camera about them sleeping together, and I could kind of see it. Michael seemed to be a really good guy, an honest guy, but as the episodes have progressed, I'm just not buying it. They're doing a lot of fighting. It looks like they're going to kind of make up temporarily, but I don't know how long that's going to last. In the last episode, they barely even spoke. Not much happened. Mika was very vocal with the other couples on what's going on, how she's feeling. But Michael, he's like Zach, where he was kind of just keeping to himself. And when he was talking to the camera, he was just doing a lot of talking in circles. It made no sense. And I hate to say it, but I really liked Michael when it started. But now as the episodes have progressed, I'm liking him less and less. I really hate to be that guy. I hate to say that, but he just keeps coming off not very honest. So hey, that's my thoughts from the last episode of Married at First Sight. What a great show. I freaking love this show. This is one of my favorite reality shows of all time. It's been a solid season. Put in the comments below what you thought of the last episode if you watched it. And if you didn't watch it, thank you so much. I hope this recap filled you in on what happened. It was a solid episode. They're still in Panama on their honeymoon, and all the couples are doing okay, some better than others. The really only couple that's actually doing pretty well is Austin and Jessica. Everyone else is just kind of, yeah. But put in the comments below what you think of the couples, what you think of this season, and stay tuned for many more episodes.